All right. Let me know when you get here. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. We had some trouble with the interweb. The whole internet, the Wi-Fi and the router and we have a what's that thing that magnifies it and makes it was I feel old. The more technology we get, the older I feel. So yeah, that's how things are going today. But how is your week? We are here for our Wind Down Wednesday on Friday. So how was your week? I didn't get to check in with you for Hump Day, but I promise I have a really good reason, and it's gonna be fun because now I get to tell you the reason and all the nitty gritty dirty details of exactly what went down. So, hey, how's it going? All right, so if you are new here, this is your warning, all right? This is 18 plus only. If you are not at least 18 years of age, turn around, walk away, hit the X, escape, Control Alt Delete, restart, shutdown, like all the things. Happy Friday, happy Friday. I'm one of those people like I get happy about Fridays. If anybody ever comes and, something case of the Mondays, all that, I'm like, no. But Fridays, I get hype about. That's totally cool. Hey, Patrick, how's it going? Hey, Kinky Kate. Kinky Kate has the lowdown on exactly what we're going to be talking about tonight. But this channel, all right, this channel is about spicy education. We talk about sexy things. We are interested in making people feel good, all right? Making sure that you feel good from here to here, all the way down there, being naughty, and making sure that you feel comfortable, informed, educated, all the good things. So I ask some questions, I give some announcements, we have a topic, and I usually show a toy, all right? And I do have a new one tonight, all right? It is one that I've never showed at any parties, I've never showed at any events, and I've never showed on a live. So, brand new for you this evening. I'm excited. All right. So let me know, how's your week been and what are you drinking? Our little jingle here, cocktail, mocktail, water, wine, or whiskey. I'm just having leftovers. This is happening. All right, fruit scotto, mango, from the bottle because I just grabbed it on my way to my office here to hang out with you all. So, what are you drinking? This stuff is just like juice, okay? This is I'm dressed down, we're casual, we're just hanging out tonight. Cause boy oh boy, do I have some stories for you. Oh, I need some of this before we talk about that, okay? Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. And our questions are PG and they're triple X rated. You can answer none, one, or both. All right. They're just a way to get us chatting. So when you answer the PG question, put PG and then your answer. When you answer the triple X question, same deal. Go ahead and put triple X and then your answer. So PG, all right. Our PG question for this evening is, how often do you go on vacation? I will be answering these questions myself because I'm never going to ask you something that I'm not willing to answer myself. It's just not fair. This is a two-way street. As a relationship and sex coach, like my job is to make sure that we have a connection where we can trust one another and we can talk about these things, okay? And some of the time that means, yeah, I'm going to have to answer some questions too, all right? So, PG question, how often do you go on vacation? All right. As far as our notifications go, while you're answering that, does visiting family count? What do you consider a vacation? Like if you're taking time off of work to get away, to leave, visit family, then for you, like if that's what you consider a vacation, it counts. We do not have any classes or workshops scheduled. So I wanted to bring this up. You can text BOINK me to get notifications. So BOINK me, all one word, to 413-776-5151 to get notifications about our classes. But you can also use this phone number to like reach out to me, suggest classes, workshops, events, ideas that you have that you want to send to us. So that's always good. For a week apiece. Okay, so 1 to 2 times a year, 2 vacations a year. I'm seriously jealous, okay? Seriously jealous. All right, who's ready for that triple X question? All right, I'm really excited about this one, and the more people that answer, the better. But I really want you to think about this one. This is something that when I work with individuals or clients one-on-one as a sex coach, this is something that I ask them. And this is really important. Obviously, there'll be a follow-up question next week for the other side of things, but here it is. Triple X question is, what is your sexual strength? Yeah, I want you to look inside yourself, or at least down your pants or whatever, and tell me what is your sexual strength? All right. So let's see. We have for PG answers. I take a vacation every year, but actually go away not nearly enough. That is, I feel that. Someone says we used to go away once a year in summer and once at Thanksgiving. Not sure it's going to happen 3 times a year if you count family. All right. And conventions. Okay. Fair enough. Conventions are a really, really good way to cram a lot into a vacation and meet like-minded people. So I 10 out of 10 recommend conventions, nerd conventions, sex conventions. I've been to my share and they are a really, really fun time. Someone says, I don't have one. Well, then you need to look again because I'm pretty sure that you do. Everybody's got some strengths that they're good at. What is your sexual strength? All right. While you guys are stewing over those questions, okay, I'm going to let you know what tonight's topic is. As the sex consultant is peeling labels off her bottles, everybody out there knows what this is supposedly means, right? Right? Like, does not apply. Does not apply. But I just like peeling things, right? Okay. If you don't know, just keep going. Just keep going. It's fine. All right. Someone says, one of my favorite vacations was when we went to the Poconos in Pennsylvania. It was super cheesy, but awesome. I actually have seen some tattoo conventions and naughty conventions being held in the Poconos. I've always wanted to go, never made it, but that user comment has me very, very intrigued now. All right. So far, no one. Exactly. Okay, so the peeling. Somebody did make a comment. So the peeling labels suggest that somebody is sexually frustrated. So if you're out with friends and you see somebody that's peeling labels, you can make a little joke. I can't possibly be sexually frustrated. Not after the week I've had, Kinky Kate. Okay, so here's what we're talking about tonight. Huh? Poor ninja? Is that what you said? Poor ninja. Poor ninja. Okay. So here's what we're talking about tonight. We are talking, all right, we've done some sex worker talk as far as like OnlyFans and that sort of thing. Tonight, we are focusing on the artists, the dance artists that are called strippers, exotic dancers. Here's the thing, all right? I want to focus on, so ninja is what we call the man behind the curtain. So I want to focus on the differences or similarities or experiences in general of male and female strippers, strip clubs / performances. So I've got a couple questions. You're in my town. What are you doing in my town? I love that. All right, so a couple questions here. So first off, who has ever been to a strip club? You can just put a Y in the comment if you have been, or an N in the comment field if you've never been to a strip club or strip performance. Doesn't have to be fully nude. A lot of states have just topless requirements. What is Massachusetts? Do you know if we are a topless only, or are they? No, they're allowed to go whoop whoop full thing.
Pretty sure.
Okay, all right. So somebody says nope, never been. Someone says, I have been with the other half, been to a few with the other half. I love that you could share that with a partner. That's awesome. If you're willing, go ahead and let me know using M for male strippers or F for female strippers. If you're comfortable with sharing, let me know which ones you've seen. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, somebody was out in the neighborhood to try and pick something up. Okay, so you're at Applebee's watching this. I hope you have earbuds in because damn, this gets a little weird. All right. Whoop, whoop. So, okay. So our fellow kinky expert says that we do have full nudes allowed in Massachusetts. and that they have been to see both male and female strippers. For those of you that have gone, what was your experience? I mean, you could just simply say it was good, it was bad. Was there something that stuck out to you? Oh, I said that. I said that. I own that. I'll drink for it. Okay. Was there something that stuck out to you? Would you do it again? All right, in general. So somebody says, I've been to the female strip clubs. Other half went to the Thunder Down Under. Well, bam. Okay, sorry. I just couldn't help that. So I want to, especially because I've only ever been to a female strip club, and the thing that stuck out to this user is the boots. I love that. Yeah, I mean, sometimes just watching the female dancers in the shoes is impressive enough. I mean, those heels, the boots, the heels, I can't barely walk, across the room in sneakers. Like, there is no grace here. So, absolutely very valid point. I have a habit of buying stripper shoes and never wearing them. Like, I don't have a shoe fetish. I have a specific stripper shoe fetish. Stripper shoes, stripper boots, and they just go in the closet and just gather dust. It's really sad, but they're really pretty. Someone says that the partner even took their best friends to male reviews, and the guys came out into the audience. Yes. She said she got them next door. She got the boots next door to the strip club. Love it. So I'm going to give you my experiences first with the female strip club, and then the reason I was not here Wednesday is I actually went to a male review or a male strip performance. And I want to give you, I'm going to give you all the the dirty details of exactly what transpired in both situations. This will either give you an opportunity to live vicariously if you don't intend on ever going. It might take some of the fear and stigma out if you do think about going, but it also, I haven't had time to fully digest what I saw. I'm sure there's something really interesting in there, but there are some very distinct differences in how the performers and audience members handle the situations that I feel it probably says something about society, but I don't really care because people were naked and having a good time and everybody was consenting. So at the end, I mean, that's really what it's about. So real quick, we have a user say, my first experience was actually at a female club, and the stripper came up to us ladies and we chatted with her on how she shaved her hoo-ha. We're going to call it a vulva. It's a vulva. It's there. All right. I'm going to own that word. You own it. We use it. Her hoo-ha for the guys. So the guys weren't happy with us. Seriously, if you want to know how to get a smooth, I almost said hoo-ha. If you want to know how to get a smooth nether region, I mean, whether it's got a penis or not, who better to ask than strippers and porn stars, right? So that was smart thinking. Someone says they've gone to 2 reviews and it was interesting. Okay, fair. So we're going to start with the female strip club. I have gone to female strip clubs on a couple of occasions, and I thought this was my preferred cup of tea. I didn't like necessarily, for me, the idea of a ding dong waving around, and it's like just the female form. Again, this is personal opinion, is more sensuous when it comes to dancing. I stand corrected. All right. I will say that now. I stand corrected. Wednesday night, I went to a male review with one of our friends here from the group. And I'm still learning things to this day. And I appreciate all the learning that I did on Wednesday. So let's start with the female club. Now, mind you, female strip clubs are generally easier to find. All right. Chances are you can find a gentleman's club in your area unless your state has outlawed them for some reason. I don't know. I haven't explored outside the Massachusetts, Connecticut law. They are not great. Has anybody been to a strip club? I mean, they aren't great as far as atmosphere. All right. Has anybody ever been to a strip club that they feel is upscale is nice. I'm looking at you as well. I'm trying to think of things in our Western Massachusetts area, and I'm not thinking of anything that...
I don't partake.
I know, but you've been, right?
And no, I don't. They do nothing for me.
You've never been to a strip club?
We have this conversation.
We have this conversation every time. I have to take Ninja to a strip club, guys. I don't care if you have an interest. If it's not on your no, then I want to take you. We're gonna go. As long as it's not a hard no, right? If it's not a hard no. For science. For science. Yeah? Okay, anyway. So he hasn't been. Users out there. Okay, so we do have somebody that has an M. They dropped an M. They let us know that, okay, so somebody else is seeing male strippers. All right. So that being said, I wasn't too excited about the location. All right. That being said, I guess it's part of the appeal. Maybe it's part of the whole feeling taboo, feeling naughty, that sort of thing. Then again, some of that may have to do with the poor behavior of the guests I was in attendance with. I mean, things were happening like, urination in the parking lot and like stuff like that. It happened. It's fine. Lots of drinking took place. Okay. We got inside. The strippers were absolutely fantastic. I will say, in my experience as a woman going into a female strip club, these strippers have been very nice. The exotic dancers, or however they wish to identify, have been very kind. And that being said, as a woman, there have been invitations to touch. I don't know any male users out there, any male identifying individuals. I mean, usually the rule is like hands off, right? Unless otherwise instructed to do so. Are you commonly instructed to do so? That was very much my experience both times when going to a female strip club, that the women would take your hand and guide you accordingly. Sometimes further than was anticipated. I will say that. Further than was anticipated. So yeah, that was my experience. All right, so somebody says some dancers have said slap my ass. But the bouncers say don't touch. In that case, you always listen to the bouncer. All right, I'm just saying. So some says they're semi-decent strip clubs. Okay, so down maybe in Connecticut, for example. Okay, that's fair. I think a lot of it has to do with location. I'm pretty sure if we ventured out into Eastern Mass, we could probably find some upscale strip clubs just based on the kind of financial status of most of the people that live out there. The cost of living out there is kind of crazy. Hey, Caitlin, no need to apologize. Thank you for joining with us. So to be very, very clear, the stripper did invite the females in the group to touch her. On one occasion where we went there were no strippers on duty. The DJ actually doubled as a stripper and took time out of putting on music. All right, she set up a playlist and came out and danced for us. In my experience, woman to woman, the strippers are very nice to female customers. I don't know that that's necessarily the case if I was, packing a penis, attached or otherwise. So
probably has to do with a comfort level.
Comfort level, you think so? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So the other time was Magic Men Show in Worcester. Okay, so I really, really want to fast forward to this Wednesday where I went to a male review. And like I said, I was not expecting to enjoy this. Not as much as I did. All right. I was not looking for the banana hammock swinging around. Like, I love a good penis, but I also was really, I'll be 100% frank. I was afraid somebody was going to do the helicopter. And for me, that'll dry me up like the Sahara in no time flat. Okay. So, that being said, I'm going to drop these questions here while we're talking. Just going to show the PG question. All right. So we went to a male review, and it's actually a touring company. It's called Girls Night Out. and they are touring. They are coming back to Connecticut in just a couple days. And they have about 4 or 5 male performers, and they're, going to different areas, or for this particular troupe of it. I'm sure that they probably have others elsewhere. Anyway, so they get up on stage, and they're gorgeous looking men, obviously, and they start doing like what I can only refer to as really bad 90s boy band dancing. Like, they're dressed up as either cowboys. I mean, this is stuff that you would see in like middle school talent show, all right, level kind of stuff. So PG maybe 2 times a year. Okay. So really like middle school level talent show, like we're all going to dance in sync and and pop it, and like, but not everybody's right on cue, and it was a little meh when they were all together. That being said, as soon as clothing started coming off, I'm already tripping over my tongue. My tongue is swelling in my mouth just thinking about it. Okay. These men were very, very attractive, very, very fit. And then things started to get way beyond what I expected. All right. And I've seen a lot, I've done a lot. The first thing that caught my attention was the MC, who was a male stripper himself, was leading things and said he was going to start things off, all right, by doing a little demonstration. And he got up there and started dancing, and there was a lovely guest that was brought up on stage, and he bent that girl over the chair. He smacked this girl's butt in front of everybody. Okay, fine. But his hand then very obviously and expertly slipped down between her legs, across everything between them, all right, and back up. It was very smooth, very, very well done, but also completely was not expecting that. I mean, this is not the kind of touch that you see done between strangers without like a very clear say so. And I will say I did not buy the tickets. I have no idea what was outlined in the agreement for attendance, especially for those that chose the VIP. But then things got even more interesting. When you attend a strip show, there's some expectations of a lap dance, perhaps. All right, fine. You expect maybe some touching. Okay, fine. I was not expecting these giant men to pick women up and throw them around like rag dolls. Oh, I mean, I was turned on like nobody's business. Still totally unexpected. So these male strippers, all right, would have people come up to the stage, and they would get to provide money in order for a lap dance in front of everyone. And these lap dances included things like bending the woman over the chair. Lap dance sounds fun and interesting, but in practice is very awkward. Fair enough, at least from my experience. That's what a user said. It can be very awkward. That's fair. These men were very trained. These men would pick women up, and not just like to straddle their torso. They would put these women from the ground or a chair, legs up over the shoulders, and bury their face, all right, in these women's crotch. They would flip them over. Okay, so yes, I did spend the $20. All right, I spent the $20 and I went up on stage. As I told you, they were throwing women around like rag dolls, and there was no way you were going to keep my ass in that seat. Okay, just wasn't happening. In my situation, I was picked up out of my seat, laid on the floor, and who's seen the TikTok leg challenge? Where like one person hooks their legs in behind the other person and rolls to flip them over. Yeah, that happened. And then I got dry humped, like doggy style dry humped in front of strangers by a very half quarter dressed man. I'm trying to focus. I'm focusing. I'm just replaying it in my mind. I need another drink. So, for research purposes, yes, it sounds like Magic Mike, and it very much was. The men did not take off their undergarments completely. I just, how do you guys feel? Those of you who have either been to a male strip club or male review, or based on what I am telling you, how do you feel about that? I'm still kind of boggled at the idea of like just picking up random women. And I'm not talking about picking up as in hitting on, I'm talking about picking them up and throwing them around. Not expected. A lap dance was expected. Everything else was just bonus. Okay. Everything else, I'm absolutely over the moon. I would definitely go back personally. I want to go with you. Okay, so that's your reaction. I love that. I love that. We will absolutely go again. I do believe that there's actually some coming up at Mohegan. My friend who invited me this evening has already looked into future such events. So message me. We'll have to meet up and do that for sure. What about everybody else? I mean, now that you have some more information, if you've never gone to a strip club, would you be willing to go to one now? Or do you have any questions? Especially that. Anybody here who has never gone to a strip club, or you have and maybe didn't explore it entirely, whatever the case may be, what questions do you have about strip clubs or performances, exotic dancers? Yeah, Mohegan is very close to you. All right. So someone said I had similar feelings to you as to the 2 reviews I went to. They were, and there we go again, ... interesting. I love that. They were really interesting. It's going to take me, I feel like, a couple days or more to process this. I mean, everybody there seemed to be having fun. It's kind of working again. I may need supervision. I definitely should go with supervision. That's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a great time. There's a lot of temptation. I'm just kidding. But to see women being handled like that in a very public way, that's not like a dungeon, for example, where people go, with certain it was a very strange way of seeing these interactions that I kind of need like some rewiring going on. Everyone presumably was consenting. Kinky Kate, if you're out there, send me the website. I want to know like what sort of user or attendance agreement there was for the purchase of these tickets, because holy, they were doing handstands, all right, handstands over women's heads and then dropping down so that their ass and nutsack would land on these girls' faces. Like, what? Someone says they were definitely fun, but it's been over 5 years and I'm still processing. I'm sorry. This is great. This is probably how I'm going to feel. Maybe I just need to, maybe you and I, we just need to keep going because it's interesting, and maybe we'll acclimate, once we've had enough lap dances. I'm sure that'll help. But I do recommend it. It was a fun time. Interestingly enough, there did come a point where I said I was all set when offered a lap dance. Mostly because I had run out of money. But I still received a lap dance anyway. So that was a weird time for me. I'm not complaining though, because the only reason I had said no was because of money. But then it worked out. It's fine. All right. So Kinky Kate says, hell yeah, I'll be going back. We will be going back. If you are, if you have any questions, if you want links to some of the stuff, like I said, there's more going on at Mohegan, or this particular troupe is coming back around to Connecticut in the next couple days. Let me know. I'd be happy to share those with you. It was definitely something that I think it was a safe, fun experience. It just has taken a lot of time to process. All right, let me get you a product to show you. It is brand new, and then we will be done for this evening, and then I'll be seeing you in a couple days because Normally this is for a Wednesday. So tonight I am going to show you a product that's called the Lithe. All right. Lithe. Lithe. All right. And what are you laughing about over there?
Your disclaimer was just posted.
What disclaimer? Oh, let's see here. Disclaimer. This site and its contents are intended to be viewed by people 18 years of age or older. Girls Night Out, the show accepts no responsibility for any entertainers or customers in the event of accident, injury, damage, or illegalities if such an event were to occur. By purchasing a ticket or gaining admission, you agree to these terms. Okay, that's pretty clear. So, I mean, the performers, there were 4 to 5 of them. I will say that I only took interest in, I mean, mostly one. I followed 2 of them on Instagram, but one in particular. So I will reply to you after the live and give you this particular Instagram, so you can see this gentleman. Apparently, he has an OnlyFans. I haven't subscribed to it yet. Anyway, let me show you this toy, Lithe, Lithe. All right. Now, this is going to be an all-encompassing toy. This is one of those toys that I love because it doesn't matter if you're looking to put it in a hole, on a spot, wherever you want. It's safe for all, and that is why it's going to cover everything. So, this is the Lithe. All right. This is so cool looking. It looks like a tail, but it's actually a vibrator. All right. So this is super flexible. All right. Which is going to mean that between this hook, this curl, all right, this is going to be safe for any backdoor play as well. All right. So I am going to turn this on. It's surprisingly quiet. I played with it. I didn't play with it. I turned it on just before our live to make sure it was charged. So this is on low. I'm sure you probably can't hear anything. But I am going to go ahead and take out our handy dandy demonstration board and show you just how low is. All right, so we've got a little bit of a walk here. All right. I'm wondering if I can get you to see the tail bouncing around a little bit. But that's low. I'm going to bump it up 2 more. So it's got low, medium, high, and then it has 7 additional settings. So medium, high. Here's high. So we've got a bit more of a walk to it. I would put this vibration on a beginner to intermediate level toy. It's not the strongest. I'm not saying this is for one of those people who needs super intense, all right? Like if you need super, super intense vibrations. But I would say average user, even beginner if you're using the low setting. And what's really great is you can use it for that external stimulation. You can insert, and then you can have, this has actually got a motor in it here as well as here. So you can have that full feeling, all right, with that G-spot as well as that external, all right? And again, you can use it wherever you want. It's super flexible. I'm not having to use a lot of pressure to move this. Where were there strobe lights? There were strobe lights at the one that I went to, which is actually a really good point, because when I got up on stage to receive my special time, I couldn't see much because of the strobe lights. So if strobe lights are an issue, definitely something maybe to consider. Yeah, maybe to consider avoiding. But strobe lights are pretty standard at, I would say most strip clubs and nightclubs, that sort of thing. It's just kind of part of what it is. But that being said, you're making me brainstorm. All right. Anyway, maybe one night BOINK needs to host a mail review at a place that is more accessible as far as avoiding strobe lights and that sort of thing. Part of what we do is looking to make, sex and kink more accessible. And strobe lights is something that people probably don't think of most of the time. So that's what I have for you this evening. I hope that you guys have had a fabulous week. I missed you Wednesday, but the LaFrenchie was the gentleman's name. LaFrenchie made me forget very, very quickly that I missed you. But I did, and you know, and once I got over
Don't believe it.
the heat wave, I did miss you again, and so that's why I'm here for you this evening. And if you have any questions, or if you want to text any ideas or get on our notifications, you can go ahead and send that text to the number right there for you. But otherwise, I will see you Wednesday. In the meantime, stay warm, drive safe. It's supposed to snow up here in New England. But most of all, stay you,
Already starting.
stay beautiful, feel good, be naughty. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.